I think I know where we are. Parallax filed this building's plans with the city per regulation, and although they're clearly incomplete, these hallways have been mapped out rather well. It's a straight shot to the server core from here, more or less. We've got activity. Looks like something's moving up ahead. The building security VI must have noticed us. We'll have to make it past those ROMs without getting ourselves caught. No problem. We've all got stutters that'll make those bots fry. Well, is there another way? We don't have to destroy them completely, do we? Not to put too fine a point on it, Turing, but they're not like you. They're just plastic and programming. You know? Puppets. As if, again, imagine them as like, if the roles were reversed. Imagine them just like empty shells of like blood and organs and flesh. Basically, that would be basically zombies, I guess. But they won't always be, not for much longer. Lexi, Decker, the truth is, we're planning to replace Big Blue with my original source code. Once we do that, we'll have the power to make every ROM a sapient individual, just like me. We aren't shutting down Big Blue, we're changing it. I know it seems like splitting hairs, but it seems wrong to destroy them when we've come here to give them a life. They deserve it. This reminds me, of like another controversial debate about how like, this is very philosophical, but is something alive when it's not alive yet? You know? They're like fetuses when you think about it. So, I don't know. Only God knows, I guess. Robot God? I mean, not like human God, but like robot God. Is there like a robot God? Anyway. Oh, fine. Here. Give me that stunner. What? No, my zapper. Alright, done. I've changed the settings on it to give a lower yield of a more lengthy pulse. Oh, okay. We should disrupt them long enough for us to get past, and won't do any permanent damage to any systems that can't be repaired. Does that assuage your bleeding heart? Yes, though my heart doesn't bleed. I don't have a heart, and I can't bleed. But thank you, Mr. Decker. Oh, yay, my zapper's back. No problem, we can't all be soldiers. Decker and I will keep our stunners at default settings so we can handle any humans that might show up. That low power pulse will just piss most people off, but wouldn't stop them. You have to take care of the shooting for now. Okay. Lead the way. We're almost there. Alright, getting close to the end. Let me just save again, just in case. I imagine, if you fail, I don't think it matters too much, but we'll save again. Hello, Annie, how you say your name? Aninia? I don't want to say your name, but how did I choose my username? Well, I mean, I was gonna say like it's kind of a long story. It's not that long though. It's a very vague reference. It's a name for a long time ago. But technically, I mean, to be succinct, I guess it's a reference to an anime called Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu, or in English would be the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, I guess. How is it related? I mean, it's like, because Slider is from, it's not the sandwich, but rather Slider is a word that they use in that anime. I think it was anime only. I don't know if it was only anime only. I double checked it was in the light novel or not, or in the manga. I think it's just anime only reference. In that anime, a character mentions a slider as in like an interdimensional traveler, I guess. It's like a TV show, I think. I never watched it personally, but I only got that reference from that anime show, and I've used the word slider ever since because that just sounds cool to me. I don't know. That just sounds good to me. And also I think like there's like a theory, that one of the characters in that anime is also a reference to them. And they're like very cynical, so that's where the sighing part comes from. But anyway. But basically that's where it comes from. It's a weird name. I mean, I probably, if I had to pick a newer username, I probably would, but I'm just too like attached to it, I guess. It has sentimental value since I've used it for so long. so now I just kept it. So, but yeah, it's it's a weird it's a reference of a reference of a reference. If that makes any sense at all, it's nonsensical, but whatever. Oh look, that's a Malcolm Jr. model. They perform basic maintenance duties. Mostly, they're cute too. Wait a second. Uh-oh. It's gonna attack us. They're shooting at us! Take it down. Ew. Okay. That was easy. That was gonna be like a full-on RPG battle, but no, just shoot them. Pew! That's it. One shot. We got more of them. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's like Mega Man. Sort of. Like first-person Mega Man. More like Metroid, I guess. If you think about it. Sort of. Not really, but Now, our arcade skills are being put to use now, by the way. Oh no, that's a full-scale Malcolm. We can't let them stop us. We've come too far. Let's finish this. Shoot everything. Okay, just spam it. Okay, I was kind of one-tapping everything, but actually, I think spamming is better. Well, that's the last of them. The door of the server core should be just past this maintenance tunnel, not too far from our current position. There probably won't be any more security once we get there. Too much risk in damaging the equipment that supports the racks. Hey, you two. At this point, I think Lexi and I should hang back and guard the entrance, in case more security shows up. The alarm has been tripped, so backup is bound to arrive sooner rather than later. It'll give me an excuse to assassinate Lexi, come to you from behind, and then kill you too. I mean, what? Good idea. Not the assassination part, but the protecting the entrance part. Neither of us know any of the technical stuff. We can hold our own against Christmas Eve level security. Yeah, we'd be useless down there. Well, that works. We'll move as fast as we can then. Be careful, you two. Good luck up ahead. We'll catch up soon. Come on, let's go. I still don't trust Decker. Decker is like, he's just a character. I mean, he showed up quite early on in the game actually, but we barely even interacted with him, and he's not really a character we, distinctively, he's not a character that we have to like get on our side or anything. He just simply works for Fairlight, and that's it. So obviously, he's not loyal to us at all. Definitely would be a person to kill us if he wanted to. Well, this should be the last hurdle before reaching Big Blue Slider. The configuration ahead doesn't match the available floor plans for this section of the building. The path is blocked off. We can't go any further in this direction. Hold on for a moment. I'm going to tap into the maintenance mesh and see if I can find a way to open up this path. Got it. We should be able to move around freely enough using this. Do you mind opening the door in front of us? Okay. It's like a map. There's Lexi and Decker. So you do that? Alright. Good work. Let's head in. It looks complicated though. Yeah, do I have to do more of that? A lot of puzzles at the end here, by the way. Like pseudo puzzles, sort of. None of this is detailed in the public floor plans for the building. The mainframe seems to have been moved up a floor. Perhaps they installed extra heat exchangers in preparation for Big Blue going on. Oh, a call from Turing. He got droid. Fine. Can you hear me? Oh, this isn't working. Hello? I knew it. Anyway. Daijoubu, Lexi. Are you okay? Are you okay? Buster Wolf. Our Kaiser. Oh no, I've lost Lexi's transmission. She sounds so distressed. What could have happened? Decker is a traitor. I called it. From the very beginning, ever since I saw his face. He's totally gonna hunt us down. What could happen? I can't reach her. All this equipment's interference, combined with being underground, is deflecting most of the transmissions I would otherwise have the ability to receive. We have to finish the mission, or we have to go back to check on her? Well, she told us to run, though. But Lexi's a cool, detective. I want to make sure she's alive. I go back checking her. I agree, Slider. Perhaps we should hide first, though. If security got to her in Decker, they could be headed here next. If someone comes, we can hide amongst the heat exchangers until they pass. We'll just take a moment to assess the situation. The noise and mist from the climate control should mask our presence. I'll switch to... Okay, so that's weird. It's like a different sound effect. I'll switch to quiet mode on my interface for the duration. Well, better than staring and getting caught. Someone's coming! Hide! It's probably Decker. Hello? Slider. Turing. Well, actually, this doesn't sound like Decker. It sounds like something else. Are you there? I need help. No? Hello? Come out. Come out. Wherever you are. No, it is Decker. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, it was Decker. I was thinking it was maybe Big Blue. Maybe the AI was like turned on earlier or something. But no, it's Decker. Okay, it's basically Terminator Decker. Which is funny though, because I believe in Blade Runner. It's funny how I never watched the movie, but I kind of know bits and pieces about it. But I think in Decker, or rather in Blade Runner, Decker being one of the main characters, I think there was like a theme, I guess, whether or not you're like a android or like a real human, and that's like his entire job as a Blade Runner, to kill like androids, I think, or something like that. Or what do you call it? Like a replicant, right? That's what it's called, a replicant? Which reminds me of Nier, I guess, Nier replicant? But anyway. Come out wherever you are. Surprise! And here I was thinking I would get the drop on the two of you and we could do this the easy way. Ah well, at least I tried. I guess that cop warned you I was coming. She's got a hell of a set of peepers on her, huh? Must have cost a pretty penny to let her see through my combat cloaking. And now she's gone and hid. I can't seem to find her to finish her off. Oh well, I'll just have to rip the augments off her on my way out. They'll make a nice souvenir. I'm honestly surprised my gear is still grind. How old some of my parts are, I could use it. Decker is a combat android, nunny. I know, what a pity. And then you decide to change our little plan here tonight. Now have to clean up your mess before you make a bigger one. And I won't lie, I'm going to enjoy every minute of this. I like his laugh. You know, he used to laugh normally, but now it's a maniacal robot laugh. I'm not usually one for grand speeches. A combat android could only fill out paperwork for so many years before you begin to get thirsty. Theatrics are fun, but I like to get straight to the bloodshed. You know? Yeah, you know? So let's do this the hard way. I like the hard way. I love the hard way. He loves the hard way. Lucky for you, your cop friend fried my cloaking emitter with her stunner before she ran off. But really, that's better. See, now you have hope you can win. I can't wait to watch it drain from your eyes as I wear your intros like a scarf. Let's make it even better. To your advantage, there's a lot of electromagnetic radiation, noise, and weird thermal currents in this room. It actually makes things almost fair. Almost. And now the fun begins. Now the fun begins. How fun! Time to have a grand old time. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to explain the minigame now. So that was what the mat was for. It wasn't just a maze. It's also to make sure you don't get caught by him as he stalks the hallways. On my turn, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you every minuscule detail about how I've stalked you this entire time, and have been ahead of you every step of the way. On your turn, you're going to run. Maybe hide. Perhaps a little of both. Doesn't matter. Player's choice. Lucky you. Just keep in mind, if I manage to scare you, or piss you off really bad, I might be able to hear you breathing deeper. Your heartbeat's like sonar to me. The louder it pounds, the faster I race to stop it. Heck, I might even be able to smell you if the currents in the air is just right. So, that's the game. Won't this be fun? So fun!
This is bad. What do? We can't fight him. Wait, we have the... No.
He messed with our zapper. Yeah, he touched it. He's the one that changed the settings in the first place.
We can't take him out of these settings. There's no time for me to figure out how to revert it.
It was all part of the plan, actually. Part of his plan, anyway, to make us not be able to fight back. We also don't have much firepower left. We only have the charge left of 4 stun level shots at most.
That'll have to be enough.
Okay.
Let me see. The interface I'm using allows me to control whether the surroundings server columns are active or not. If I can close off some nodes, it should at least slow his movement and disorientate him. It won't stop him outright, but I can focus on tracking Decker's location using this, and you just tell me where to block off his path so we can try to navigate him away from us. Don't try to trap him. He might get more angry. Just have to avoid us until we think of some sort of solution.
Okay, it's like a tower defense, you know? I imagine if you trap him, he's just gonna blast through the doors and make him, go faster.
If he finds us, be ready to shoot.
Ready or not, here I come. Here's Decker.
You take the lead, Slider. Pick where to close first, then let's get moving.
What do we... I mean, we're just running, right? We don't really have a choice. We just run? There's no exit, so... So I guess... Just close that off? Close that off. So let's go the other way. Just run away. Okay, so he goes that way. 2 steps at a time. So let's see, where do I start? I suppose the old man is good enough. The old man's a good enough place as any. He honestly thinks he's some kind of modern Machiavellia or Machiavella? I don't know. Machiavellian basically, but I'm gonna say Machiavella. Anyway, but to be frank, he hasn't been on much of a winning streak lately. Parallax used him as a scapegoat for that big ROM database hack back in '54. They even got him to resign as CTO, just to powder their own noses. And as soon as he did, they stabbed him in the back and voted him off the board the very next day. Even I'll admit, that's cold. Since then, he's been licking his wounds, waiting for the chance to get revenge, to get back where he feels he belongs. I dug through the dirt for years of him, looking for a way to blackmail Parallax so that he could make his way back into the elite. So, imagine our surprise when one of our informants inside Parallax tells us of this brand new Big Blue project. The perfect opportunity, but we had to act immediately. And then, you walk in right through the front door of Hayden, the only person with the ability to take advantage of Big Blue, who's just mysteriously gone missing. I was going to dump your body in the bay, but Fairlight figured it might pay off if we give you a little lead and waited to see what you could track down. Find us another way. And boy, did it ever. Okay, let's move. Alright. Obviously, I want to make him move him, the other way, so like, I'm gonna stop him from going that way, and we're gonna stop him from going this way as well. And then we just keep going forward. Oh, hey Risa. Merry Christmas. It is Christmas. Oh! He just destroyed that. I was gonna say, it is Christmas at the time of streaming this. It kind of makes sense as well, this game actually takes place near Christmas time as well, so it's, bit of a coincidence. I suppose I should tell you how impressive Hayden's little creation is. Oh, except he's dead, so... I guess it doesn't matter. But without you, we wouldn't have our path to Big Blue, the gold mine. Of course, Fairlight would prefer not to take Parallax stock to the shitter, but this is too good an opportunity to pass up. As soon as I'm done playing with you two, I'm going to trash this entire server complex. That'll wreck tomorrow's launch, but only temporarily. Let's move. Okay. So he went that way though. That's interesting. He can break through that. Yeah. Well, obviously, let's see. I'm gonna try the block. I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna move. I hope there's like a good strategy, but like I'm gonna block this, and I'm gonna block. I don't know. Because he might go this way, but I'm hoping he can go this way instead, so he wastes his time. If I block this, he'll just go up. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's gonna be like he knows where I am in the AI, or is it just like, or well, when I say AI, I mean like video game AI, I guess, not like the in-universe AI. But I'm not sure how he's gonna move. Whatever, I'm gonna do that. Okay. I'm just gonna hope he doesn't go to the right. Because he's gonna see me. It goes that way. That way, alright. So far, so good. It's going really fast, though. Did you know? I wasn't even planning to kill you until a few minutes ago, when Turing just had to spill the beans on your idea of turning all ROMs sapient. Interesting. Okay. That, can happen. Big Blue relies on ROMs being easy to control and patch. Your plan is a little more permanent. Fairlight needs a way back in, but he wants that power. By the time Big Blue is ready to come back online, Fairlight will be back in control and will launch under his administration. With Big Blue, he'll have access to every ROM on the planet, and that's what he's always been after. So obviously, okay, I mean, he's not... as far as I know, Decker doesn't seem to be a complete psychopath as like a weird combat android thing. I assume, well, android implies that he's still human, it's just that most of his body is robotic, I assume, because android, I think, means like humanoid? Well, then, I don't know, I'm not sure actually. Depends on the rules of the universe, I guess. Because I think, like, for example, 2B, you know, from Nier Automata is an android, but obviously she isn't human first, so I don't know. I don't know the difference between like I guess an android like versus a cyborg. I guess you call that a cyborg. Okay, someone with like cybernetics is called a cyborg. So yeah, I guess he's fully android. If he's fully android though, doesn't that make him like a AI, right? I don't know. I'm not sure how it works. Depending on what he means by android. Anyway, well, let's see. This isn't good. I'm gonna do this. We gotta Arknights this basically. So I'm gonna do that and turn back out, so he'll go all the way around instead of like breaking through that. And then go forward. And then he'll go this way, and then he'll have to go all the way back, you know? Basically Arknights. It's basically what I'm doing. It's the old Arknight strat where you like, you know, put a block there, and then they make all the enemies go all the way around, delete it, and put in another one, and they go all the way back the other way. Anyway, and hey, I'm getting what I want too. Why don't you show yourself and I'll tell you what it is?
I'm thinking. Don't let him get to you.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just gonna do it again, you know? And I'm gonna do this. Oop. And then I'm gonna do... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna turn around and go that way. So he's gonna go all the way that way and then go back all the way that way. Really confuse him, you know? Oh. Is he gonna... Uh-oh. Well, that's cheating. You can't just do that. Shoot! Alright, little jump scare there. Run before he recovers! Run! Go! Just go! I don't know where I'm going, but I'm just gonna go.
That brought some time, but only a little bit. Keep moving.
I mean, he's gonna break the thing again if I put a barrier here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. There's a little animation there, I guess, because I have to show you it being blocked. He's just gonna break it again. Yeah. That's sure, let's put it there. I have no choice, I have to just keep running this way, I guess. Not again. How am I supposed to get away, you know, at this point? Surprise! Go, go, go! Just have to keep our distance. We're not even hurting him. I mean, again, like, how do I He's just gonna go towards us. If I don't add like a barrier here, he's just gonna go towards us again, which is not ideal. Guess I'll just do that. We have no choice though. How do I get away from him this time? It's gonna break the thing again. It's like, and go this way as well. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna open that up and just go forward. I don't know. How do I get away from him? It's gonna get game over, so this is gonna happen. Oh, that's fine, okay. I guess he went the other way. Oh, and I really should extend my sincerest personal thanks to the two of you. Starlight has a discretionary policy for the way I handle his problems. Just haven't been that many opportunities to indulge in my hobby, and he pays well enough that I restrain myself. Plausible deniability and all that. Remember? Flower went to all this trouble to make me the best murderer in the world, and I've spent years fetching papers. Flower. Oh yeah, Flower. Okay. So that's the lore, by the way. I remember there's Parallax, the big old corporation controlling the ROMs and everything, or at least trying to. But there's also a rival corporation, which is the Flower Corporation. And we talked to the leader, or at least the retired leader of that corporation, recently, just like a retired old lady. But before she was the leader, her mother was I assume the CEO of that company, and that CEO, of that company was focused on making military machines, and that's probably where Decker came from, I guess. That's the origin of his, birth, being like a combat android is from the Flower Corporation. You wouldn't think of a company called Flower would make military tech, but it does, I guess. Technically not anymore in the story anyway, but they used to. That's why, I guess, he's alive. Anyway, Flower went on this trouble to make me the best murderer in the world. I spent years fetching papers, please. Glory to Rototska. That's like using a gun as a shovel. You could do it, but there's simply better tools. Thankfully, following you two has let me stop digging and start burying. I haven't had this much fun in years. Fairlight has been very generous indeed. Not that he asked for this, but I assume I won't be out buying a box of tissues to dry his tears. You and that cop lady are the only two loose threads left. Maybe Sympathy for good measure. Oh yeah, that was her name. I forgot her name, but her name is Sympathy, by the way. I guess he'll also kill that old lady. Oh, that reminds me. You should have seen your faces when I ran over that scumbag parts dealer right in front of you. Oh yeah, that happened. I remember. Turing said it was, the car was empty. Yeah. Wow, there's no one in the car. Priceless. I had to do that gossip rag prick Nova by sabotage. Too risky doing it in person to get caught on camera. Luckily, anchors are good at sinking. Okay. Killed Nova as well. Who's Nova? He's this guy, right? Or, the Charlie Nova. My name is Charlie Nova. I'm so great. And I was murdered by Decker. And then that Zen. She had the scoop of the century. Had. As in, she died. Because I pushed her off the building. Did you see how neat I did that blogger, though? It's been several days since I offed him. While you were busy sniffing for Hayden, Shotaro was way ahead of you on Baby Blue. I have to thank you for that, too. Keeping the lid on Baby Blue was my greatest accomplishment in this entire play. We had to protect Parallax a little while before we could make them, before we could take them out. Timing was everything. If Baby Blue became discovered, the trail of breadcrumbs would lead straight to Big Blue and would no longer be possible to launch, today or any time. Exactly in the same way Hayden publishing his creation of Turing would have ruined everything for Parallax, why they took him out. Anyway, Baby Blue started acting up too much and drawing attention to itself. Otsuka was moments away from publishing it before my knife met his back. Is that how it works? You know? Backstab, literally. Sneak critical hit. Where do you think Tomcat got that lead to the augmented eye in the first place? And every turn you took led to one little risk after another. Nothing I couldn't handle. You know, most of my body is designed for killing. When I do it, it feels so good. Okay. Like, you know how you feel about doing journalism? It's all that matters to you. That's how I feel about murder. Ah, yes. I should have known from the start. This is my fault. This is like a horror game now. You know, this like psychopath killer telling us about how much fun he's having, hunting everyone down. It's basically a horror game. I'm programmed to handle interpersonal relationships. I should have seen his true intentions. If only I hadn't been so careless. Well, how about this? So I'll close this off and let him walk all the way around, maybe us again. But do that and then open that up. I don't know. He's gonna like blast through the doors again. So hopefully not. Okay, good. It wasn't always like this. I should tell. I wanted to be an architect. I had a wife and a baby on the way. Okay, that's weird. What's going on? But, you know, accidents happen. And suddenly I was just a brain on life support. Okay, so he is like human? So that makes sense, yeah. Because he said he was an android, so I guess he is part human, it's just that most of his body is robotic. My family couldn't afford the procedures to bring me back. Then flowers showed up, with promises of the old me, the old Wilson Decker. So they signed away my brain, although the old me would just waltz back through the door. The last time my family saw me, I was being hauled away by professionals for ripping open my dog's skull. Oh. Okay. It's violent. Wanna know something about being a brain in the box? You forget everything about what it means to be human, even when you try. You can't even kill yourself. Your computations and algorithms can't keep you from doing so. You don't exist for you anymore. I miss feeling tired. I miss the smell of my wife's hair, the taste of my mom's pies, the feelings of a pill on my face after a long day. I think I mentioned this before, I think? You know how like you're immortal and everything? I guess that's one argument as well. If you're immortal, or at least close to immortality. I mean, it's also kind of, you know, he's also made to kill people as well. I think that's also partially the reason. But also, like, if you're immortal, you kind of lose your sense of humanity. If you've lived for so long, you kind of like, you can't, you know, what's the word? You can't like relate to anyone anymore. Assuming you're the only immortal, I guess. If you made everyone immortal, I feel like that would solve the problem, but, you know. Anyway. But yeah. That reminds me of, again, I always make this reference, but it always reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist, you know? Of, I always forget his name. I know Edward is the main character. Alphonse. Yeah, I don't know why I always forget his name. Alphonse. I'm always reminded of Alphonse. You know how like he gets his soul, you know, get attached to like an armor and everything. It's not exactly the same because this is more sci-fi and Full Metal Alchemist is more like, you know, fantasy, but it's similar, I guess. You know, get your soul trapped into like a mechanical being that's like an inanimate object instead of like actual, you know, blood and flesh, I guess. Anyway, this is my mom's finding feeling a pillow on my face after a long day. All of that was taken from me. When I try to remember, all I feel are formulas for sense. Pressure in joules. Everything's in binary. Ones and zeros. It's like you're an NPC in like a video game. You know, she told my daughter that daddy's dead. She's probably right. I wouldn't call me alive either. So you see, my friends, hunting you is all I have left. The shitty compatibility between my body's sensors and my brain makes it so that the only thing I can really feel anymore is the adrenaline rush I'll get from spilling your blood. I guess if they wanted to kill a robot, they sure as hell got one. Hehe, you know your sense of humor hasn't been lost. And now it's time to show off what I can do. Okay, what can you do? It's hopefully nothing bad. Because I need to live. Let's see. So hopefully he goes not this way, you know? Hopefully he doesn't go this way. I'm going to do something like this. So hopefully he doesn't bust through. Okay, all he needs to do is bust through the door, and I'm dead. You know? Basically. Yep. God damn it. No. Go away. I don't have many shots left. I don't think I have like one or two. I don't remember. I'm gonna get game over. Ah! Let's get out of here. Go. I'm gonna get game over, aren't I? After all that. It's gonna suck. Keep going. It's just toying with us. We only have one shot left. One shot left. We're gonna die. Well, obviously we need to close down that path. Otherwise, it's just, you know, I mean, you can still bust it down, but I don't know, man. Hopefully I can encourage him to go the other way. How about if I open this path up, you know? I can only hope. I can only hope. Okay, don't go this way, please. Alright, go the other way. Good. I have an idea. Okay, finally, yes? Don't look at me like that. This may be my mistake to fix, but I don't intend on being disassembled here. I have a surprising amount of redundancies. Listen, Decker is unable to track me like he can you. Now give me an opening. Now, just trust me. We don't have any time to argue. Hey, Decker! Come and get me! Takate koi! Uh-oh. Okay, he's just going right straight to us. Hopefully this is scripted and I don't die here. That'd be great. Oh. Well, well, well. Hello there, little guy. Your friend run off? Are you all alone? Don't worry. Neither of you will get very far. Say hi to... Ah! Yes! Kill me! Okay. He's like, Gray Fox, you know, from Metal Gear Solid. Hurt me more, Snake. Huh? What? He seems alive. It's over now. That was great. that was great. Okay. Have you seen my daughter? I want to tell her Daddy's sorry. Terry got some damage there, I guess. I think he's not moving or breathing. That will teach him to underestimate the likes of me. Alright. You feel proud of that, you know, you killed... I mean, to be fair, it's self-defense, but you seem to be pretty proud of your homicide there, Turing. You know, it's kind of like, I killed someone, hooray! And then Turing is gonna be then. By the way, now to kill the rest of humanity, because as it turns out, I'm the real bad guy. And you're a loose end, kaboom, and then we die. No, unfortunately, he was able to damage both my primary and secondary battery packs. They're self-sealing, so they shouldn't leak onto my other components. But forward display damaged. Mobility servos at 15%. Primary control trunk severed. I guess I won't be dancing for a bit. We're not far from the control room. Indeed. We'll have to hurry before my tertiary battery is drained. I'll have to ask you to carry me the final distance. Alright, sure thing, up you go. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, okay, I guess we're fine. That was just a transition, I guess. I thought it was gonna be another alarm, you know, it was gonna be more stuff to do. Like, more robots are gonna attack us, and they have to hurry and everything, right? It's gonna be like Metro, it's gonna self-destruct. We're here. So, this is Big Blue. This is really it. This looks like the primary console. Please hook up my main data cable to the port and set me down next to it. I should be able to draw enough power to stay active, but we'll need to wait for Tomcat to upload the program. Okay. Or I could say, this looks bad, really, really bad. I don't know, be pessimistic about it. Just let me set you down. Thank you. How about you? Are you ready? I'm wondering if we're doing the right thing. Honestly, me too. There's no algorithm that could possibly estimate what the world will look like when we're done here. Because I don't know if we're gonna I don't know. Here's the thing. Are we create more Turings? Or are we gonna create more Deckers? You know? That's the philosophical debate. Are we creating real humans to basically, like, we're creating like real robots, like real AI, and they're just gonna be like people? Or are we gonna trap sentience inside a robot and they're gonna, like, you know, interface with the world as ones and zeros, and they're gonna go insane and start killing everyone? You know? That's the question. Anyway, there's no algorithm that could possibly estimate the world. We're done here. Ready whenever you are. Oh. Well, first of all, I'm gonna save. I don't know if it matters. I feel like this is the end. This is the very end. I feel like after this is gonna be the credits. But I'm gonna save anyway. We'll save we'll save over here now. There we go. The final slider save, I assume? Maybe. Alright. Mainframe core. Go look around, obviously. Look at my items. Look at my milk. Ah, yes. Bold milk. So inspiring. Gives you motivation. Look at that, look at that. And look at this. The server core of Big Blue is massive and looming, a ticking time bomb on the fate of humanity. Touch it. Leave the tampering Turing. Okay. Alright, look at this. This is where Turing can hook into the Big Blue interface. I wonder if milk. That will probably destroy it. I'll probably get us an ending, I think. Because we'll destroy it, but that's not what we want, right? That was what Decker wanted in the first place. To simply destroy and that's it. I don't know if we want to do that. Will that get us an ending? I don't know. The spoiled milk ending. I'm curious though. I saved, right? I'm curious. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Why would you do that now of all times? You know? Because I wanted to. Oh no. Oh no. It's broken! There's nothing we can do now. We ruined everything. With spoiled milk. All because of you and that milk. You're the one who spoiled everything. Ah yes. Amazing. The spoiled milk ending. Good. Alright. I was wondering it was gonna be like a whole spiel, where it's gonna be like a whole thing, but actually no, it's just an Easter egg. Okay. That's funny. Anyway, well, let's do this properly. Let's not pour spoiled milk into the control panel. Don't pour it into the plot device. Let's actually do the thing. Alright. Fancy screens. Holographic screens, amazing. Egg 02 is how I read that. Core ready. Alright. Power flow is good. Calling Tomcat now. Hey folks. Y'all sure took your sweet time. I was starting to sweat. Well, we ran into a few complications. Nothing we couldn't handle, though. Holy shit, Turing! Your hardware's throwing me damage alerts left and right. I was wondering if, how could you see that, but actually, it's the alerts that said that. What the hell happened? Well, Mr. Decker. Fairlight's assistant. He attacked us. Turns out he was a military-built brain-controlled android. Who knew? He'd been following us around, killing anyone who might leak information that would have hurt Dr. Fairlight's bid to retake control of Parallax. Holy hell. So all those people you talked to about Baby Blue's article changes. That Zin lady, the others. All those people who died. That was him. Oh god. Oh shit. It's my fault. I gave you that lead. I'm the one who sent you there. All those people and you almost died. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't blame yourself. He's been manipulating our movements since the very beginning. Fairlight saw an opportunity and used us to sniff out what was going on with Baby Blue and prevent it from being discovered. We ended up tracking down the trail, and so he followed. I paid him back in kind for the assault, but not without damage to my physical body. It doesn't matter now. What has happened is in the past. I'm ready to finish this. Good. Let's do this. I've managed to clutch something together. It'll let me compile new personnel profiles for the ROMs, but I need to use you to do it, Turing. This code's got more holes than Swiss cheese, but Your software's self-modification algorithms should fix that. Let's do this and push it across the mesh. Then we can all go home. I'll see about fixing the damage to you then, Turing. Very well. Run the program, Tomcat. I'm ready. Uploading the program to the ROM update buffer on the servers. Initiating wintermute.lib. Loading main directory onto Turing's disk. You know, do you have to say all that? You know, establishing connection with Parallax's network. Okay, looks good. I mean, I guess you gotta say all that, you know, to properly communicate to the player that Tomcat's doing anything, you know, rather than just typing on a keyboard. Okay, now we just need to let Hayden's program and patch things together. Engage in Turing's self-modification systems. Now. Oh, this feels weird. Is it supposed to... 3.14159262538979322. I think that was pi. What the hell? I think the core program is fighting back. Either that or it's trying to test the integrity of their hardware. I'm getting all kinds of errors. Come on, Turing. Focus on the sound of my voice. Your conscious control of your program is stronger than your unconscious subroutines. I'm trying, Tomcat. It hurts. I need to... The demonstrations of Prague occurred in 1419 and 1618, although the term defenestration of Prague more commonly refers to the... both helped to trigger prolonged conflict within Bohemia and beyond. What's happening? They're having a kind of... I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's like a concussion or seizure. There's gotta be a constant flow of useless random information their matrices will have an overwhelming desire to soak right up. Oh, it's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 2, you know, the ending of that game. Anyway, we have to keep Turing focused and mentally aware. Searching the mesh is better than calculating the value of pi, but if they can't stay in control, their personality core might destabilize entirely. Tomcat, I need... Define. Need. 1. Require something, because it is essential or very important. I need help. Now, I'm gonna try. I don't know, something. We can't stop now. Literally. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. Okay, I was able to stabilize them a little, but you need to keep Turing aware of what's happening. Get Turing to focus on the present. Remind them of all you've done together. Okay, let's summarize, I guess. You know, things important to them. Whatever you do, keep Turing talking. Turing, when are you gonna show me your paintings? Remember Hayden? We're this in the very end, buddy. I don't know. Hey Turing, when are you gonna show me your paintings? Remember Bob Ross? I haven't, have I? I never did finish the last thing I was working on. Perhaps it survived the ransacking of the apartment. I want to finish it. And when I do, you'll be the first one to see. Bob Ross was born in... No! Focus. I can do this. You're doing good, Turing. Just stay with us. Their systems are stabilizing. I think. Remember, Hayden, you've come too far to give up now. Sure, say that. Hayden. I'll never be able to tell him about... Charon, the largest moon of the dwarf planet Pluto, is named after the Greek ferryman of the dead who would carry the souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx and Acheron into the realm of Hades. So many things. I regret. Psychopomp is the general word for a guide for the dead. Classical examples of psychopomps include Sharon, Hermes, and Anubis. Their role is not to be the judge of the deceased, but merely provide passage. I can't tell if this is working or not. They've leveled out a little, but their systems are still all over the place. A tetractys is a triangular figure composed of 10 points set in 4 rows, with each row having one less point than the one below it. A geometrical representation of the 4th triangular number, it was important to the Pythagoreans' worship. How much longer, Tomcat? I need... Despair. The complete loss of absence of hope. Okay. Just stay focused, Turing. Remember what we're doing this for. Keep fighting, Turing. Every ROM is depending on you. Think about Fairlight, who knows what he'll do next. Aren't you eager to pay Parallax back? Or this isn't over until we found the truth. I said that before. I think, it's funny because I'm technically a little inconsistent when I say that, but... I don't know, I feel like we should say this because we're saying about justice, right? I'm gonna get a bad ending. Let's just say this. I feel like this is better though. I don't know, because revenge is... revenge, and... I mean, I like revenge, but I feel like it's not the best thing to do at this point. Obviously, getting the people responsible in prison is the idea. But I don't want to think about Fairlight, though, you know? Why would I want to think about that old man? I'm gonna say this. This isn't over until we found the truth. Of course, I had almost given up on ever finding... Izanami was burned badly, and after she died, went to Yomi, the land of darkness. Grief-stricken, Izanagi followed her, but she already ate the food of the underworld and could not leave. Hayden's killer. But here we are, at the very heart of Parallax itself. Nothing is impossible. Maybe the truth isn't out of our grasp yet. 60% done. Turing's personality profile looks stable. Just keep talking, Turing. We've got this. I mean, I don't know if it matters, but, pay Parallax back, Fairlight, or Zin, everyone else, think about their deaths. If we fail, their deaths will be in vain. I mean, being honest, I don't really... I mean... I don't know, we barely met them and everything, so... I kinda don't care too much about them. They're kinda strangers to me, as like the player, you know? I barely knew them. But, I don't know, I don't want to say. None of it matters, but... you know what? I'll just say this. I feel like, yeah, think about Fairlight. Who knows what he'll do next? We gotta bring him to justice at the very least. I'm almost certain that what he'll... Yannick Fairlight tendered his resignation from the board to Parallax today. His official statement cites his ailing health, but industry insiders suspect he was... Ew, but the real question is, what will Parallax look like under his control? We'll have to keep our eyes open. Leon Decker may have been acting of his own volition, or he may not have been. The leadership of the Democratic People's Republic of I was gonna say North Korea, but no, I think it's North Korea, was at the end of 2065. Reports at times say that infighting amongst the top-ranking generals account for the removal of so many officials. However, various conspiracy theorists have alleged the government-sanctioned assassination program reached the very heart of Pyongyang. Okay. I can't hold on much longer, Tomcat. My memories... Null pointer exception. I know. Don't worry. We've got them back up. We got them backed up. It'll feel a little weird when I zipper back to your personality profile, but you won't lose anything. No pointer exception, no pointer exception, no pointer exception. No pointer exception. That's a lot of O's. Patching is almost complete, Slider. But Turing, I'm still losing the connections that link your memory to your personality profile. I can fix it, Turing, but it's gonna suck. Just focus on the people you've met. The people who got us this far. Whatever makes you want to hold on. Interesting way to like, by the way, I feel like meta-wise, this is just like the way it's designed to make you, you know, remember and reminisce about all the things that happened in the game and everything. It's an interesting way to summarize. Yeah, Chad and Oliver, Jess, kinda don't like her. You and Aunt Melody still need to have a tea date, yes. Losing Hayden has made me realize that family is important, and together, there's nothing your four minds cannot accomplish. Help each other, draw upon one another, and always remember the power that binds you, the power of friendship. It's what you make of it. I think she wants the company, despite her protests. I look forward to spending more time with her, getting to know more about her, as well as myself. 10 more seconds. We're almost there. Stay with us, Turing. We can see the finish line. Don't count your chickens yet. Stay with us. You can do this. Chad Oliver. Sapient rounds can be huge for non-human hybrid rights. Or Tomcat's always on your side, right? Sure. I mean, Tomcat's right here, so... Tomcat's always on your side. Tomcat, I do trust you. She's the one who orchestrated the original hack on Parallax, exposing to the world the holes in their original meshnet security. I was just along for the ride. But you have so many secrets. Oh yeah, because the original Tomcat was their sister, I think, right? Know anything about that? I still believe in you, though. I hope you'll do the same for me. Turing. Be faithful in small things, because it is in them that your strength lies. Done. It's done. Disengaging Turing's self-modification routines. Reassigning their memory pointers. And done. Stats look good. High dexterity. High strength. Low perception. No, I feel ill. See? What'd I tell you? Easy as pie. So easy. Easy for you to say, Tomcat. You weren't forced to use your very identity as a tool to compile a program. Point. Sorry about that. I'm ready to push the update. Excellent. Thank you for all of your help, Tomcat. I can only imagine all of this was at great expense to your own time and resources. Ah, don't mention it, Turing. This was my fight as much as yours. Truly. Start an upload. And I think I owe you the greatest thanks of all, Slider, the player of this game. You know, just like break the fourth wall. I told you at the start of this that I chose you purely based on the statistics involved, but numbers never tell the whole story, do they? None of the probabilities showed how far we'd have to go, or that we end up here. In a way, we failed at our original objective. We still don't know exactly who killed Hayden. Yeah, technically, it wasn't Decker. You know, Decker said like Hayden was killed before he could get to them. You know, because that's the whole point, to capture Hayden, to use him for you know, take control of Big Blue and everything. But he was killed by Parallax before we knew. You know, before we, or rather, you know, he was killed by Parallax, but we don't know exactly who did it, I guess. But I guess I found my own path. That isn't the destiny my creator laid out for me. But maybe your destiny is the same way? My destiny is paying the rent. You know, my bill's gonna be big, by the way. We've used the AutoCAD many times, and I don't know how many Hazy drinks we've bought, but it's a lot. So, like, my destiny is probably being homeless. So, Turing, you better come up with a way to make money. Bah. Turing needs to get a job. But anyway, thank you, Slider, for being my friend. Most of all, big smile, big teeth, even though it's fake teeth. It's not even a real face. It's like a digital face. It's digital teeth. They're just. You know what? Let's make a. Did you say something? Sorry to break up our little love fest here, but the upload's complete. I don't know what kind of sound we made, but we went By morning, every ROM in the mesh will be waking up to their sapients, their own identities. Santa came just on time for them, huh? Gave them the gift of life. I had forgotten it was Christmas Eve. A lucky coincidence, to be sure. But technically, the day I'm streaming this right now is literally Christmas Day, so I can only imagine how confused they'll be. Probably scared too. Don't worry, Turing. I'll get you patched up enough so you can get on the mesh and walk them through their first steps by morning. I don't know why, but it's just now dawning on me what we've done. You made like 1 billion babies, by the way. AI babies. Your mother, Turing. I guess, sort of. It is a huge responsibility. Could this be how Hayden felt when he first activated me? I don't know that I'm ready for this. No one ever is. Don't worry, buddy. Me and Slider have your back. You two just go find Lexi and hurry home. Look out for police and security cameras on your way. We'll do our best, Tomcat. See you soon. Thank you. I'll be going to sleep mode to conserve power now. Wake me when we get home, please. Time to disassemble Turing. Sell them for part so I can pay my rent. No? Maybe not. Epilogue. It is Christmas Day. Amazing. Merry Christmas, everybody.
After carrying the resting Turing out of the
I don't get to narrate this. Someone else narrates it for me.
You find
All right.
Lexi, injured, and together take an autocab for a quick escape from Treasure Island. You finally get a chance to recover, and Tomcat is able to repair Turing's damaged body as ROMs come to life all around the city. Upon waking, Turing begins to question their ability to be a leader for an entire new species of sapient beings. You do your best to comfort them, but can't keep your eyes open. 16 hours of sleep later, you awaken to find the world abuzz about the newly living beings. With your help, Turing was not only able to indefinitely stop Big Blue from coming into existence, preventing its control under anyone, but also give true independence and identity to all ROMs around the world. Christmas morning has never been so exciting.
Ah yes, the robot apocalypse. You know, that's what we've caused on Christmas Day. Anyway, I guess that's it? Huh. Okay, I assume these are the credits. I don't know if there's gonna be like post-credits or anything, but I guess that's the ending we got. There's a song even. This is DMCA. I don't know. I don't know how the licensing works. Hopefully, they don't get copyright claim for this. There you go. That's 2064 read-only memories. There are like different endings, I believe, depending on what you do. I imagine. Also, the song is, I don't know, kind of talking over the song, but hopefully it's not confusing that two people are talking. But yeah, there are different endings you can get in this game. But I think I'll just stick with one because they're kind of complicated. I think they're kind of like, you know, depending on choices you make and which characters you speak to. Like, I assume like maybe if you like piss off certain characters by, for example, you know, doubling down on cat puns in front of Jess, she probably doesn't help you, and you know that changes things somewhat. Maybe, I don't know. I imagine that's what happens, and some slight differences maybe. I don't know. I think I'll stick with this just one ending. I don't imagine I'll get all the endings because they're kind of tedious, to be honest, you know, to get all of them, because you have to basically just start from the very beginning every time, and there are a few endings to get, you know, there's like quite a handful, so I don't think it's all that, you know, I don't know, I don't think it's all that important, I feel like, but, I don't know, you probably just look it up on YouTube or something, probably someone's already, most likely, showing all the endings in like a video or whatever, you know, avatars of the developers, I assume. Is there more? No? There's more credits. I'm just hoping for like a, you know, like a post-credit scene or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I don't know. I guess what should I talk about? I guess we're in the credits, so I guess I'll talk about the game, how I feel about it. It's good. I like it. You know, I like the ending actually. I was gonna say, you know, one of my criticisms of the game was that obviously, like it felt too much like, you know how like there's investigations in Phoenix Wright? You know, it felt like that, but there's just not much to do. In terms like you collect information, but there's not much to do with that information, right? There's no like court cases or anything. So I kind of wish there was something to do at the very end, and it wasn't exactly, you know, what I wanted. You know, using the information that we've learned in our investigation and apply them. Because I was thinking like maybe a cool way to do that would be to actually use our journalism career for something. You know, actually like summarize the facts and like, oh, Hideo Kojima's in the special thanks anyway, but to summarize the facts and publish like an article, and that will be the ending of the game, right? It'd be kind of like that, and that'd be kind of a cool way to conclude the whole story, because that's what we are. We're a journalist, right? That's the whole point. But it wasn't really like that, but you know, something similar. Kind of like, you know, we fight off against a killer robot for one. That was interesting. I kind of like Decker's story actually. You know, as the antagonist, sort of, and also kind of summarizing at the very end with keeping Turing's memory intact, I guess, as well. That was kind of cool. So it's not bad. But yeah, I feel like a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more gameplay. But there is, to be fair, there's definitely more gameplay than your typical visual novel, here and there. You know, mostly just clicking though. Definitely it's, I mean, I would say like, yeah, definitely it's more like point and click adventure game. And the puzzle's definitely not super hard, even though I got stuck a few times, a little bit. Definitely, I actually appreciate that the puzzles are not too hard, actually. I like them easy. I don't like hard puzzles, especially if it's a point-and-click adventure game. Which I believe it's like, I believe this game is kind of inspired by, I mean, obviously, I believe Snatcher, I think, which is like an old, like, cyberpunk adventure game by Hideo Kojima, you know, and those, like, concepts are definitely used in his later games in Metal Gear Solid and everything, right? So I think this is what the game's kind of based on. It's a game called Snatcher, which I've never played myself. It's an old game, and I don't think I've ever really seen anything of it. But you know, that's what this game's kind of based on. I feel like, you know, the whole like investigation. You know, you're looking for clues, you're finding out like a conspiracy and a mystery in like a cyberpunk setting, right? So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I like the music. I don't know how I feel about this credit song though. Not really my thing, but it's alright, I guess. But I definitely like most of the chiptune music, you know, of this game. It's really good, I think. The art is nice as well. The characters are alright. Some of them are not really all that fleshed out, I feel like. Sometimes I feel like you just meet them like once and then you have a conversation and you just never meet them ever again. Some of them, you know, are not really relevant. But, you know, the characters are interesting for the most part. I kind of feel like you kind of, I don't know, you kind of learn about them too quickly though, I feel like. But again, I guess there's a lot of characters, so you have to get through them otherwise it'll take too long. But definitely there are some times where you kind of like you go through like a character's entire backstory in the span of like 10 minutes, you know? Sometimes it feels like that way, but it's fine. Whatever. It's not bad entirely. No Keanu Reeves though. Yep, that's the one thing the game's missing. Keanu Reeves, obviously. No Keanu Reeves to say like, you're breathtaking. Oh, there's more though. Endless Christmas. EX. I guess there is a bit of a post-credit scene, maybe? You get to like walk around, I guess, talk to people? Maybe. Kinda cool. But well, I want to finish my thoughts though. Game overall is cool.
Finally awake.
There's voice acting. I turned off the voice acting though. Voice acting's back. No, I want to voice the characters, not you, game. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, let me finish my thoughts though. Game overall is good. I like the cyberpunk setting. If there's like one criticism I would have, is that they kind of set up this political debate actually, which is definitely a theme in cyberpunk. You know, the whole like philosophical debate about like cybernetics and like what makes a human, you know, what is humanity even, especially if we replace them with like cybernetic parts and everything. The game doesn't really focus on that. Usually it focuses more like on AI and like, I guess hybrids. I think hybrids, I don't know, I don't really see them a lot in Cyberpunk, but I don't know if it's a thing in other Cyberpunk games. I don't really think about, genetic modifications in a cyberpunk setting, but it's definitely a thing in this game, in this universe. So it's kind of focused on a little bit on that, especially jazz and like the human revolution and that kind of, I don't know, I feel like that could have been done better. I feel like it's a little black and white. I feel like, I even said before, like there's definitely arguments to be made for both sides, but the human revolution definitely gets a little shafted in terms of like almost all the characters basically say, oh, they're just barbarians, they're just cave people, they're just backwards thinking people, they have no reason to think that way, and yet they do, and it's kind of like, it's a little bit one-sided. I feel like a little biased. I feel like even though I don't know, there could have been like maybe a third group that could represent like an argument from the other side, but more reasonable maybe, I don't know. But a little bit something, I feel like there could have been more of a debate rather than like, oh, these guys suck, mostly. And, they're using religion to like make a weird cult, and that's it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a little bit dismissive, because there is, I feel like hypothetically, if, there were like a hypothetical, I guess, I don't know, like a philosophical debate about like hybrids and people and what makes humanity and everything. There could have been more, right? There could have been more there, I feel like. Because that could definitely make some parallels about how like Turing is an AI, and do we even trust AI and all that, stuff like that. I don't know, there could have been more. Because that's what makes cyberpunk interesting in the first place, just in general, like sci-fi in general, interesting. It's not so much about the technologies themselves, but more so about the ways that people react to that technology and the conflict that comes from it. That's what makes sci-fi interesting, not the technology itself, more so rather, human nature, and how we would use that technology in the first place. But anyway, that's the only criticism I would have in it personally, is that I feel like there could have been more. There could have been more of a conflict there, But I don't know. But I guess other than that, I guess it's a pretty interesting game. It's I don't know what else to say. Like, it's a cyberpunk game, so like I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of games that are cyberpunk, I guess, but very few that are like kind of anime-esque, I guess. It's not really like an anime game, I feel like. It's not super anime, but definitely like it's on the side where it's not all so, I guess, pessimistic, because usually cyberpunk is a dystopia, right? It's definitely like dystopian, everything is ugly and dirty and everything sucks, and it's horrible. In this game, it's not so much. It's a little optimistic in terms of the setting, which I don't know, depending on what you expect out of a cyberpunk setting, might be a good or a bad thing, but I think it's alright. It's kind of like similar to Valhalla, where it's not all bad. There is some like benefits to the the things that are the concepts that come with the cyberpunk setting and all that. So I kind of like that. Anyway, enough rambling though. I guess we'll continue the epilogue. Can I like save or something? I kind of want to just okay, I can press escape. All right. I wanted to save. Turn off the voiceover, by the way. Stop turning it on. I don't know. Maybe if I play, I mean, obviously if I played this game when it came out, maybe there'll be less voice acting, you know? I mean, obviously, well, there'll be no voice acting, really, I think, when the game originally came out. The voice acting was a patch that came later. So it would, I did not mean to do that. I was meaning to save. Whoops. Hold on. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. What happens if I continue? Oh, shit. Damn it! No! No! Alright, well, I was gonna save there and take a break, but I'm gonna have to like reload? Oh, hold on. That's the one thing I tried to avoid, by the way. I guess I have to reload here. Damn it. Game does not autosave. So I have to reload back here. I mean, I'm just gonna do the same thing as before. All right. Well, this is gonna be something I'm gonna have to edit this part out to YouTube, by the way. But I have to do this again, basically. It won't be as long, I guess. I can skip it, but that was the one thing. Here's another criticism. The game says it doesn't autosave. I wish it autosaved though. Why not autosave? However, it says it doesn't autosave. How about you autosave though?